So let's start with Amazon and Google. And let me answer your question. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense for it to go to, high of here, and 200 days not far away. So you have a lot of supply above this level. So it would make sense for it to, these 200 day or even 50 day, these sometimes act as magnets. So it just goes all the way there, then it stalls, and we'll probably see some move, sideways move, or a little move lower. If it does not move lower and if it moves sideways, that's very bullish. So my guess is, and and one of the reasons I keep saying that, even though we don't have this position, you guys can take it, when I say, 3340 is the level. If you guys don't have a lot of positions, or if you want to add a position, this is something easier to add. If you guys are just following me for all your positions, you're never going to learn. The toughest part is to do this in real time. It's always the toughest part. It does not matter. It doesn't matter how many books you read, how many charts you draw when you are not in the market. But while the market is happening in real time, buying and selling at these prices is the hardest part. Actually, this is the right place to buy, while this was breaking out of this level, and also you also have the 50-day moving average. So this is the right time to buy. But again, for us, for me, because I did not want many positions on the Fed day. If this is well, looks like it's so far the low is secure, and if that is true in the next 3-4 days or a couple of weeks, and if this moves higher and we have made a bottom for the year, then we will probably have a lot of time. I mean, we'll probably have another 6 to 9 months to make a lot of bullish trades. That's why I did not want to be in a hurry and lose money if Powell says something that the market doesn't like. And for many years, I used to have a trade. And most of the time, I would say at least 70% of the time, I have lost money on a Fed day. One main reason is it's way too volatile. And this time, I know it's market, after the conference, market actually went up a lot. I can't remember how many times that happened. It generally does not happen. So I think this is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yep. So I think that this was the day, right? So let's look at the 15-minute on that day. Yep, that's the day. Hold on. That's 17, so the day before. Yep, that's the day. So in this volatility, is this the one? That's it. Date is 15th. Man. Yeah, this one makes more sense. Yeah, if you are in this position and if the market starts moving lower, it's hard to have many positions. If you have many positions, we will end up losing a lot of money. And this is something that I have learned over the years. Even with a good plan of where to get in, where to get out, we will still not be, have more than 60% correct. Okay. If our odds is, for my positions, it's about 60-40. If I look at the last 2 years, if it is 60-40 is when I am prepared with the trade. In this volatility, there's a high probability, that I'm going to lose money. That's why I did not want to be in there. And if this low is the low, then we'll have months and months to figure out new trades. And the other point I wanted to talk about is, just because ES went up a lot does not mean the stocks have done the same thing. So what happens is the leaders will start to emerge now, and they will move for months. And even if you miss one of them, they will always, move higher and probably consolidate and give you another chance to get in. So we don't have to be in a hurry, but believe me, if you think that you have missed it, I have been in your position plenty of times. And with experience, you will know that there will always be another, in the same stock, you will get another price where you can buy with lower risk. Okay, let's look at the Google first. I haven't seen Google in a while. Yeah, same. I mean, this looks just like ES right now. It's at 50-day, 200-day moving. I mean, this looks better than Amazon because it's already been to the 200-day. Amazon is still, about 100 points away, I think. Yeah, but this looks good. This is something I always watch. I mean, you have, and I have been talking about this for a while. When you have a level and it tests so many times and can't break it, it means those guys are gonna, whoever is short, they're gonna, cover, and you will also see a lot of buyers coming in. And above this 2755, this is a key level because it will be above the 200-day, and also, you have a level there. That's where it went up and came down, right? So that's a good resistance.
So
And from, yeah, go
KP
ahead.
on Google, right? And this notch here.
Yep.
Hey, so above 2755 is a good buy for the Google.
Yes, that looks that way. Yep.
Okay, and one more thing, I think you talked about sending the messages, right? NVDA and whatever you send us today. I think keep sending those messages. I know you're keep sending it, but that gives more confidence, especially during the bear market.
Yep. 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 Well, actually, it does. It in any market you need that anyway.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
yeah, there is one more stock that one of the reasons I bought Nvidia on this day, I think, is because of the same reason. Because I did not look at Google. It's I don't know. I have never traded Google a lot. One of the reasons is it does not move a lot. So same as Google, right? Look at that. One, tested again, did not break, went down, but did not close below. So you had 3 tests and it is unable to move lower. That tells you that there is plenty of strength and plenty of buyers. Every time it's coming here, they're buying it. So this is another one. And this could also be because, I don't know, when they have a analyst meeting or something. I'm not sure when that is. But yes, so this gives you a very good idea whether to get in or not. While the market, what was Nasdaq doing? Nasdaq actually made a lower low, right?
So in this NVIDIA, right? So instead getting in at like 208 or 210, were you waiting for the 50 DMA?
I generally like it to break the downtrend.
Okay, trend. Okay.
But, well, downtrend, yeah. I mean, in this case, this was a good one, and also breaking the downtrend. Generally, above that 50-day would also be good, but this was giving me a lot more confidence for it to. But I mean, I did not expect a move like this, of course. So anyway, I mean, this is the I think it's in top 10 best days ever for ES or Nasdaq, I think. I mean, the 10% move for Nasdaq, that's crazy. I mean, 4-5 days in 10% move is absolutely crazy. Again, to talk about the stocks, not every I mean, a lot of stocks have not broken higher yet. I mean, we are still in the early stages of, I wouldn't still call it a bull market, but it's testing the bull market. So these have to go higher. And today, while the market was going down. As I said, Nasdaq didn't, Nvidia did not go down a lot. I mean, if you're watching all the strong stocks, and if they are staying well while the entire index is moving lower, that should tell you something, saying that it's not that weak of a market. I mean, in this area, right, for area ES, every time, see, this is, look at this move. Let's measure these two moves, at least from here. They're almost the same. If this would happen here, that would have happened. Well, I mean, this could still happen, moving lower. So what I'm saying is, if this can happen, this can still happen. It could still go down. But in this area, all these stocks, the best stocks in the market, they were weak. They were not doing great. I mean, anytime this started moving lower, the Nvidias and all the best huge, not multiple, but the best stocks in the market, they were moving down lower first. So let's see where we go from here. But so far it looks very good. I mean, I was expecting a move lower today, and looks like it hit the 50-day moving average. This is what I was talking about. Okay. Let me mute everybody. Yeah. So this was support I was talking about. And also that's where we had it went down until 15 or 14, 15. So it went down like 3.5 points, and then it started moving higher. So that was a nice place for it to bounce. And you also have that 50-day moving average. Once it exceeds the 20-day, we will see a lot of buyers coming in. Okay, that's that gives confidence for many people to get into the market. All right, I wanted to talk about the position sizing. So do you have a specific question about it? Is it Rajesh who asked
Yes.
it? Yeah. What's your question?
So when you are saying, you are always saying, okay, 1% position, 3% position, 4%.
Yep.
And could you please explain like what is the meaning of
that's the percentage of my portfolio going into that position. So, however, let me explain how. I mean, for a long time, my biggest positions were somewhere between 2 and 3. But well, I mean, I have been educating myself for the last few years, and looks like people have 5, 10%, up to 10% positions. That's what they start with. So I'm slowly increasing my positions based on how much confidence or how better the chart looks for me. When the chart looks better, I would like to do up to 5%. And for all the long term, I generally do 5%. All of them I do 5%. Okay, 20 positions, 5% each. I mean, if we are lucky, we can go up to 20, up to 20 positions. But in the trading, first I tried with 5%, during this period, and it was horrible. So that's why I cut it down to 2%. So I mean, looks like it's working better now. So that's what I mean by 5 and 2. Any question about that?
No, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're starting out and if you are still testing it out, I would still say 2% is not bad. See, it gets harder when your portfolio becomes bigger. Okay, let's say if you have $50,000 portfolio and if you're putting 10% in it, you may not feel the pinch for $5,000. You may not feel the pinch when it goes down, I don't know, 10%. But generally, I do have my stop losses less than 8%. But if it goes down 10%, you will probably lose 0.5% of your entire portfolio. So as long as you know how much you are risking, if things get worse, if you're, I mean, as I think YKG was saying it. So he was saying that he was worried, something bad would happen. In those, when you are not confident about the market, start slow. Okay, market is not going anywhere. This is something you would probably do for the rest of your life, and we have a long life ahead. So, and you will eventually get better. I mean, there are certain patterns that you will like more than the other, and you will end up putting more position or bigger positions in those patterns. That's a better way of thinking. All right.
And I think KP, it's been a while for me, but
Okay.
trying to remember. So I think you put 20% in your trading portfolio, right? That's what you usually say, right? 20% in trading portfolio.
Right now, I have different portfolios I have an entire portfolio for trading and 2 portfolios for my long term.
Yeah. So when I say trading portfolio, like for the options and short term that you use, I think that's your 20%, right?
Well, as I said, right. So right now, my trading portfolio became much bigger than, much bigger than
yeah, because of this
portfolio.
because of the current situation. Yeah, I got it.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, it shouldn't matter. But well, if you have only one portfolio, for options, I would never exceed 20%. That's been my allocation to trade options forever. Not now, I mean forever. Because if you have 20% in options, okay, if something really bad happens tomorrow, the worst that you would lose is that 20%. And that would happen in a day or two. Believe me, it can. I mean, that happened during 2020. I lost 20% in 2 weeks. That's because I had about somewhere between 12 to 15%. And also I added some more, and, and as soon as the 20% is out, I was very cautious. So right now, I am not even exceeding 10. I mean, for options. So that's why I'm adding a lot of stocks these days. So right now, my trading among my trading portfolio, I have about 25% in the market, a little over 25% in the market. All right. Let's look at the interest rates. So let me show you. Incentives. Is that what I got? That's monthly. Yeah, monthly should be okay. So this chart shows, hold on. So 10-year yield minus 2-year yield. That's about 0.18. So if you are investing in a bond for, the 2-year bond or 10-year bond, they are practically the same. They are yielding the same. Okay. So it happens when people are ready to buy a lot of 2 years and not a lot of 10 years. That's why you get a much higher yield for 2 years. Is that right? They are selling the 10 years and buying the 2 years. So when that happens, so when this, when you deduct one from the other, and when this becomes negative, this is called inversion of the yield curve. And when it goes below 0, that's when you get recessions. So, and it's very, no, actually, I think it's up to 100%. I think I will have to look at it one more time, but I know what I have read in books is, anytime there is an inversion in yield, you will see a recession in the market. And this time, the Fed, I believe, is trying to do this for us to get into a recession, but a controlled one. That's what everybody talks about, soft landing. So that's what I think the Fed is trying to do. However, during the past, many recessions, when they hike the rate, it does not happen in the first, second or third hikes. I mean, it generally takes 3 or 4 hikes in the interest rates for the economy to slow down and go into recession. And we will see that probably for 6 months to 8 months, for that to take effect. So during this 6 to 8 months, generally market is bullish. So I think that's where we are right now. And we'll probably see, a little bit higher move. But I can post this chart in the group, and let me know if you have any questions. I mean, I know, this is the fundamental analysis. Okay. So this is something to watch on a regular basis. However, for us to trade this, we don't really require this. All we need is see where the charts are, where everything is going, if it's working or not. That's it. It's that straightforward. I mean, even if you don't care about the indices or the yields, all you need to know is if you're buying something, whether it's working or not. That's it. If it's not working, you reduce your positions. If it's working, you add more positions. Okay. So that's about that. And well, and regarding all the indices, right? I mean, yeah, if you see if this is a double bottom, if it breaks this high, I think I got it already. SPY or SPX. Yeah, anyway, if this is a double bottom, I'm going to post all the charts anyway. If it breaks, my best guess right now is that it has to move sideways to lower a little bit. After such a big move, for it to resolve higher, it's good for the market to slow down a little. It's better. I mean, it's the market would be stronger, would be considered stronger if it moves sideways rather than lower. But also, if you look at this Fib retracement, this could come all the way down to 43.41. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but we will see. So far, this is a bullish action, and we are seeing the move also in the stocks like Nvidia or Tesla or all the other big names. And for this one, the 200 days so far away still, so there's more room for this to run. Russell has to get into this range again. And well, I mean, for the entire market to be bullish, everything has to move. So if it moves above that 2100 level, that's another big sign saying that, okay, we are getting into a bullish stance. And also the VIX, I posted about VIX a few days ago saying that if we break below this 29 level, right? That happened on, that was the Fed day, I think. Yeah, Fed day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yep, that was on the Fed day. And it started moving. And this one first moves lower before the market moves, before the market starts to, push higher. So probably below 20 would be amazing. And for this to move lower, it does not take a long time if the market is getting bullish. So this one so far looks good. Let's look at all the XLK, yeah, it still has more work to do. This looks same as Nasdaq. Healthcare has been doing really, really well. I mean, the UNH is already at highs. Eli Lilly is already at highs. I mean, XLV looks amazing. I mean, uh, this could be the next leader, or this is something that. What do I have? Anthem. The only thing I have, I think. I mean, this one looks. I mean, it broke out. It's still moving sideways, but this one looks amazing. I mean, I wanted to also add UNH, but I did not want to have too many. If Eli Lilly, I have been watching this, but it's not giving me a entry at all. I mean, a little bit of sideways action, then a breakout, then would be amazing. I mean, for this now, I don't know where to stop, where to have a stop right now. So Johnson and Johnson, this one also looks good. So I mean, any healthcare stock you look at it, they all look amazing right now. Pfizer, I guess, a little bit of sideways move and a breakout. Pfizer is probably a good one, I guess. I mean, it still is working to move higher. This is another one, and it's not there yet. Nope. AbbVie was a big winner this year. I have no clue what's happening there. I had this alert for a while. I thought it might come back and test this level. It never did. So that's XLV and XLY. Well, this looks just like Amazon. So Amazon actually looks better than that. Yeah, this has a lot of work to do, the discretionary. Yeah, Facebook. I think Facebook might have bottomed. I mean, it broke that 190 level. I know I don't buy these, but we'll see. Yeah, it might consolidate. What I really want to see is something like this. If we can see something like this and a breakout, that's probably a much better place to get in. So I guess they have to prove it with their quarterly earnings or whatever. When is that? 425. Yeah, we'll see how they will do. I mean, when you have such a big move lower, it takes a lot of energy for it to go back to even the 300 level. It's not going to be easy. Today I thought financials would do good with the 10-year yield doing so better. I mean, it's up 7%. I mean, these are ridiculous numbers. 7% on a single day is crazy. I mean, I'm sure builders got hit today. Yeah, it's down 3%, of course. So yeah, financials. Yeah, I mean, they did not. They are still looking okay, but yeah, it has to break all the way higher or probably move sideways. I could probably draw a trend line. See, this is the sloppy pattern. I mean, when you have this kind of volatility, it's hard for you to have stops. I mean, you could have stops and you'll be stopped out. That's what I mean.
KP?
Yep.
For the 10-year yield bond, I think you said negative, right? Like selling 10-year yield bond and then buying 2-year yield bond.
No, I mean, well, both 10-year and think about it. If 10-year went up 7%, I don't know how much 2-year did today. I'm sure it went a lot too. Actually, hold on. We can look at the two-year here.
If they're selling 10-year bond, like would it increase? Like, I mean, would it not be red instead of green?
No. When you sell the bonds, the yields go up.
Or the yields go up. Okay.
Yields go up. Yep. So let's look at what happened to the 10-year today. UST. Look at that. I mean, that's a crazy move from 0.09% to 2.14%. That's absolutely crazy move. And the thing is, I don't follow this a lot, but I think I should. How much is it? It's up 8.63% today. And 10-year is what? 7%? I mean, these are ridiculous numbers. This is also about 8%. Yep. I mean, these are ridiculous numbers. I mean, all those people who are looking for mortgages, they are getting screwed big time. Oh, are you guys able to see this? I'm sorry. Oh,
Yeah, we're still seeing that TNX, the
oh,
toss.
sorry. No. I was showing it here. Okay. This is what I was showing. So that's the 2-year, right? And look at that. It's 0.09 to 2.14. That's a crazy move. And that happened, well, from last year, from February, I guess. Yep, 18 February. So that's a big move. So I didn't show you guys this, but yeah, 10-year, it's also up 8%. 2-year is also up about 8% today. So today is a big market, not for stock market, but it's for the bonds. All right, what else? XLF is done, XLI. And in XLI, I was watching Caterpillar. Man, it moved a lot. Well, I mean, this actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's already above the 200-day. I was watching Caterpillar. Look at that. That's a really strong move, and it did not give back anything at all. And it's already green for the year. And also could also be because of this, what happened with these defense companies, right? I mean, defense companies did big numbers this year thanks to the war. LMT, that's where it started. 350 to 470. Yeah, these are crazy moves. I mean, I guess that's why XLI is doing better. Industrials, XLP, that's your consumer staples. Yeah, I didn't watch any consumer staples today. When tech does good, this XLP and XLU generally don't. The money will move out of your staples and utilities into the tech. So, how would XLU do today? Yeah, I mean this one still looks good, but I barely trade these. I only watch this so as to know where the money is moving. I mean, the moves in utilities is very small. So that's one of the reasons I don't trade them. That's REITs. REITs are supposed to, yeah, they're not supposed to do good. That's real estate anyway. So material should be doing good, obviously. It's already above their 50-day and 200-day. What else do we have? We have Dow in materials. Yeah, this is something I liked last week, but I wasn't sure to add too many stocks. But yeah, this one looks good. This is probably going to that 65 level. This is probably a buy right here. This one looks good too. Yeah, it got rejected right at that point. So if it clears that level, That's probably a buy. What else we have? These are all in materials. So DuPont. Yeah, this still has a lot of work to do. So that's the materials, and yeah, I mean everything in energy is just moving higher. And I was talking about how the crude would bottom right here because of the multiple supports. You know, you had it broke out of here, came back, and it's it's bouncing back. If this is the end of the crude move, I mean, if this 130 is the high for the year, we will probably see it move somewhere to maybe 124. Let's look at the hourly. $116 could be it, or it could go all the way. Yeah, 116 makes a lot of sense. What's that? 121 also makes a lot of sense. So what I'm trying to see is when will it be rejected? I mean, so, but I mean, it could also go to 126. Actually, 126 makes more sense. Yeah, another 10 bucks. I mean, that could happen in a few days. Assuming that, 130 is the high for the year.
So, KP, is there still possibility to go all-time high, like crossing 147 level?
Well, I mean, it could go to 200. Who knows? The thing is, for the first time when it went to 147, nobody expected it to. Okay, we are still in this. Well, unless it makes a lower high and starts moving lower. Okay, you will only know that the move higher is over if it breaks this 93 level. Okay, so it makes a higher low, sorry, lower high somewhere here. It goes all the way there. Then it comes back and breaks this. And if it breaks this 93.53, it means that you now have a lower low. It means the uptrend is over. But right now, I mean, even this trend line looks amazing. I mean, if this were a stock, you would just buy it. I mean, look at Mosaic. I know this is too steep, but yeah, this is uptrend. And this could happen. Break out of 130 and still move higher.
And I have this general question. So the crude is moving higher because of the inflation, right? Not because of the war.
It is, well, again, I really don't care, but I think it is because of the war. I think it is because of the war. Well, today in the news, they were saying that Europe is trying to get their oil from or crude from Qatar and
Yeah.
trying to get, I mean, if they are trying to, if nobody wants to get crude from Russia, it means that 6% or whatever that it supplies the world, I mean, that's out the window, right? So that's gonna increase the prices.
But why is it impacting US? Because US import very less from Russia, right?
No, it's the crude oil is okay. Crude oil, I think it also trades in London market and here, I think London or Hong Kong. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this price is for the entire world. I mean, it doesn't matter with who is getting it.
Oh, it's not only US, okay.
No, it's for the entire world. Oh, well, I think we have covered all of them. Let me see if I can think of anything. Yeah, so I got into RTX today. Okay, and I was watching this morning. Lockheed Martin was moving higher against that 20-day. The same thing was happening with NOC and RTX. So I thought, RTX made more sense to get in. So That's why I got into that. And what else did we get into today? Deer looks amazing. I mean, this is a very long-term base that's breaking out now, and this could go much, much higher. I mean, this one looks like Amazon, but Amazon came back. It broke out and it came back. But this one is looking really, really good. What else do we have? Most I don't we didn't buy Square, but Square actually is making a higher high. So if you are interested in Square, probably the low of today or low of this is actually a good thing. This is an inside day. So if it can break above that 142 level tomorrow or day after, then yeah, we can probably see this move much higher. I generally don't buy stocks like this because of all the supply you have. You cannot hold on. Short-term trades pretty good, but you cannot hold on to them for a very long time. What else do I have?
Can you look at SC Limited?
SE, okay. Yeah, it's well. I had it. I got rid of it today from my screens. Yeah, this isn't looking so great. But what's happening with SE is this has been moving, with the Chinese stocks. I don't know why. I mean, it's been that way for a long time. So anytime this is when KWeb goes higher, SE also goes higher, and vice versa. So yeah, that's I don't know why they do move together, but that's how the market sees. That's one of the reasons I'm not liking SE. Yeah, it's a Singapore company. Yes, I know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they are correlating that with the Chinese stocks. Anyways, what else we have? Okay, this one we have in the long term. This one looks amazing. I mean, it barely corrected. It came to this level, bounced off of. This is the back test that I'm talking about. This is the back test we are seeing for AOSL today. It tested this level, and this is a breakout. Okay, and now it tested this level and it's moving higher again. So the same way, PA and W. This one looks amazing. A lot of strength. What else we have? Any other stocks that you guys think of?
Microsoft, is it good to enter now?
Yeah, about 300 level, I guess. About the 200 day makes more sense, or 303 to be safe.
Yeah, today I thought of entering, but yeah, I saw the 200, it didn't cross. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you do have a lot of supply. I mean, the best one among them is probably right now Apple or even Google. Even Google, it needs to break above the 200 day, but Apple did not give up a lot this year. So
yeah, it's both ways. It moves slow, right? Apple.
well, what we want is less supply overhead. If you have that, when it breaks this 177, a lot of people are going to pile in. A lot of people. I mean, one of the reasons it did not go down is because, a lot of people have been buying every pullback. That's what institutions do. So let's go through this was my focus list from last night. Oxy broke out. That's I mean, I don't know, maybe Warren Buffett is still buying this. Mosaic broke out. LAC, this was, but we got the alert in the alerts channel. So this could probably move much higher. There was another stock, and
So I wanted to ask because I took a short break. So are you routing all the alerts that you have set up?
There is a new channel now.
Yeah, toss alerts, right?
Yes, yes. Yep.
So you're routing all the alerts, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. I mean, that's where I'm watching my alerts too. So
Mhm.
yeah, now I don't have to say I got an alert anymore. It's already there. So that also gives you an idea of what I'm watching,
Yeah.
before, and you could probably, look at it while I'm looking at it. CF broke out. And I think NTR is also another one that this also broke out today. See, I mean, if this is still breaking out, it means that these are all inflation trades. So this one we were talking about this trend line last week, still looking good.
Hey, KP, probably you might have discussed.
Sure.
What about NVDA?
Yeah. Well, right now, I mean, because of this big move, I am a little hesitant. I mean, it went from what? 208 to 270. That's a $60. But the move could also be attributed to everybody. This morning there was some analyst upgraded because of an analyst meeting or something in the next few days, I think. So, well, technically, yeah, about 270 or even here, right? A little bit of consolidation would be better. Consolidation and probably move higher would be breaking out of that consolidation would be a good place to get in, I guess. Let's see how it
And
is tomorrow.
so you always talk about the market leaders. I mean, both Amazon, I mean, all those tech have been now rallying or rather not giving up a whole lot of gains since the turnaround after the Fed announced the rate increase last week.
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you think about Amazon then? Means it is Amazon, Google's, and Apple, you already talked about it, and Microsoft, you talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about, well, I think right now we are, okay, we still don't know if we have bottomed yet. We still don't, okay? Assuming we did, it has to break above this 3340 level. Then we'll probably see some kind of, velocity for these moves. Again, this looks much similar to NASDAQ. So little bit of consolidation, a week or two of sideways move, and then a move higher or breakout of that consolidation would be a good place, to get in, is what I'm thinking right now.
So the next level after 3340, if it breaks, is it all the way to 3773? Is that what it means?
Let's see. It's a good question. Yeah, well, I'm a little bit at 3530, but actually 3530 seems to be a very important level. Let's see. Yep, 3530, 3560 is an important. I mean, we have many rejections right there. So yeah. Yeah, 3340 and 3560. Yeah, we have 3 rejections there. And it went up, came back, went up, came back. Yeah, probably then. I think if it breaks above that 3560, this may not mean much. I mean, these are, even though they are rejections, there is not a lot of volume here. But if it breaks about 3560, it's probably going much higher. And this is a huge base. So bigger the base, higher in space. So this could go much, much, much higher. But again, 3560, if it has to break that 3560 level. That's did I answer your question?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, KP.
Sure. So we have
KP,
that.
yeah,
Go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Saying that, is it time to enter? Because we see a lot of higher highs and a lot of breakouts. So is it time to enter, or should we still wait for some more time?
Okay, we will never know. This is what I'm talking about. When I say the real time, That's what I'm talking about. When you say certain things are happening, like having a follow through day on Fed day, right? We got a follow through day on Fed day. That means you have to start. You have to start with some positions. Okay. If they are working out, you will add more. If they are not working out, you will reduce your positions. If we just wait and not do anything, we'll probably miss the move, right? I mean, that this is how you can slowly get into the market and not, get into the market on a day when everything feels bullish. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, right now we got a follow through day. This has to move higher, but yeah, so far the market looks good. And as I said, while the S&P or ES or Nasdaq is moving sideways to lower, we can figure out which ones are the leaders. The leaders will move higher while these are consolidating. So we figured those and we can get in. Again, the best places to get in is a consolidation breakout. So any stock that you want to get in, I want to get in. That's what I'm looking for. Anything that consolidates and then moves higher. I mean, that's one of the reasons I couldn't buy anything on any tech on Friday, because I was not comfortable at all, not yet. But the way it moved on Friday and also the follow through, or, without giving up much of those gains today, gives me more and more confidence. And this is something, it's like a, story or narrating a story. It happens one day at a time, but it all adds up. Is the market doing better or worse than what you have expected? So far this looks really good. And as I said, as soon as the market breaks above the 200-day moving average, we will probably see a lot of buyers coming in. And a lot of people do not get into the market below 200-day, not really. So we are still early, very early, very, very early. Again, if we have a bull market for 9 months, we'll probably see 100, 200 setups. So at least, I would say. So it's not like we are not going to miss anything. That's what I'm saying.
KP, today, Nike after the market, it did very well. And Coupa, which actually COUP, which fell extremely from all the way from $400 to $75.
Yeah, I know. I saw
it has been consistently going against the market, as it is going up, even when the market is coming down. What can you explain a little bit on those two?
Well, actually, Coupa, I saw that on the first day I saw it, and I thought it's going to go all the way to $90 because of this gap. Okay. But it went up a little bit more. But I don't know if there is enough push for it to move higher unless it makes a lower high. So think this in terms of the shorts that got into this. All the longs, whoever are in this one, okay, on this day, they will bail because that's the panic low. And look at how big the volume is. When most of the people, this is something I keep talking about. Let's say you bought this stock somewhere here and you have a stop here. Okay. If you're not stopping here out, this is what happens. You have a 8% stop. You don't want to sell it. Okay. It goes higher or whatever. And then it comes back again. You're still holding it and you see a 20% break down on an earnings, you will panic and you will get out. That's one of the reasons you get this panic. So this is one of the reasons you should, honor your stops and get out with the 8% loss and not get into this situation. So most of the people who sold on this day, they are selling because of the panic, or else you wouldn't have this kind of huge move lower after coming from what? 377 to
70 something.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous move. So now I would think that all those people, I'm sure a lot of people are already, short this market or Coupa, and they are just covering this up. And we are probably seeing a little bit of buyers too. So
Yeah, there's also the Shopify, which for some reason, I don't know what it is, but today it went like $80, $90 down.
no, what happened?
However,
No, that's
the
not what happened. Let me explain. Give me 1 second. So if you look at shop, what happened, man? It did not go down. On Friday, there was a misprint. Okay.
that's what it is.
Yes, there was a huge misprint on Friday, and it's not showing it anymore.
Because the options were not going down even like $1 or $2.
Yes, it actually it shows that it closed at 780 or something on Friday, but it was only one print. It did not actually move all the way there. Let's see. Equities. Yeah, that I don't know. It shows. I mean, the closing print actually showed that it was at 780. Okay, and then that did not make any sense. And then it did not have a lot of volume in this during this period. So either that is a bad print, but they have still used that 780 as the close price for Friday, but it did not really go all the way down up to 780. So
yeah, because the options were, they were not losing any money or making any money, so it was pretty much neutral.
Yep. So yeah, and well, this is either short covering or people are just buying bottom fishing. And also people were talking about Coupa today because of what happened with Anaplan. Okay, somebody acquired it with it's up 27%. If you were short Coupa and if somebody bought this, you would be in big trouble. So this one is another one that I'm looking at. Okay, hold on. Q&A shop. Yeah, we were just talking about shop. Hold on. Oh, it's showing the prints, closing prints on for shop in the Slack channel. Okay, so
just want to share that closing print. Sorry, I was on mute. I don't know what happened.
Yep. That's good. So yeah, tech probably this is a pullback buy that I got in, and this is probably moving higher, and gold has been moving higher. This is they are miners for gold, coal, a bunch of stuff, silver, a bunch of stuff. So tech is one of those plays, well, it covers everything, both the energy and also the metals. So metals and miners, basically. SLB and I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So this one was I said this was a pullback play. It came down and break above that 39.92 was the pullback buy, and so far so good. It looks okay. AMPH, this is a big move. It almost doubled from here. So I don't know if I get into this or not, but I'm still watching this. After such a this is something to understand here. After such or almost doubling your the stock, right? People are still not, there are no sellers at all. They are still accumulating this. I mean, it means this could go much higher. I know it feels like, it's already doubled, it may not, but that's not how the markets work. RTX, we talked about that. Switch, this one I posted last week. Again, I did not wanted to add a lot, so Switch still looks good. And also Juniper is also in a same industry. This one also looks good. We got alert saying that, we could probably buy it today on this, pullback. DE, we talked about that. Silvergate, this is probably pretty good. Well, we can, yeah. Give me a second. Let's look at all those. We got a new list to look at. All right, Silica, this one actually broke out, but I was looking for a, some kind of pullback or, a consolidation. It did not give me any. And Tesla, this resistance has been a resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, now today 5. So again, after such a big move, little bit of consolidation would help. And PSTG, I added this today to the long term. NVIDIA, well, added to the long term, but yeah, a little bit of consolidation. And another reason to, add it to the long term is because if something amazing happens over the analyst day, we may not even get it. And I thought I would probably at least add it to the long term and not to the short term. Bros looks good. I still have it got rejected a few times here. So we'll see if it can move above 60. Car Gurus, this was a very good pullback way, but it's way too volatile for me. I've been watching it. We'll see if I can get a, if the volatility goes down. ENPH, I added this one today. We had bunch of, this is kind of a cup and a handle, but yeah, you got a move lower during this handle, but it still looks okay. Again, the other thing is when the energy goes higher, right? Solar generally moves higher with it. We talked about this. Rhombus, we still have some position. It still looks good. I mean, this is also one of those positions where it went up straight for 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and it's not giving up anything. That's the sign of strength. Dash, I got into Dash because of what I have seen in the weekly chart. That's a big move, and this volume was higher than last 2-3 weeks. So that's what I liked. I added a little bit of options to it. We'll see. AOSL, this chart looks amazing. I'm still in it. Crowd, I mean, the Palo Alto Networks is the leader. This might take some time, but this might end up to be, another next one for the security stocks. ACLS, I added this one today. So I was expecting a bigger move lower. It never did. And however, I was saying during the market that it did not even test 77.60, but it did, came down and started moving higher. This I like. And for this one, I would probably give it until 72, or 71.50. It could come all the way here. We'll see. Yeah, I missed this one. I'm just watching this one. I missed it right here, but then it made a big move. We talked about Square. As I said, if you want to, if you like the stock or whatever, that 130 or low of today or yesterday would be your stop. GFS, it's a nice breakout, but again, it has to consolidate. This one I was talking about, I mean, it actually broke below that level, but it made a huge move in the last 1 week. If you look at the weekly chart, look at that. I mean, this is nothing. I mean, even if it comes all the way down to 52, this should still be an okay stock. And it started moving higher after the earnings. So I traded a little bit in options last week. It worked okay, but this was a huge move than much bigger move than what I expected. All right, we have a few more HD. So Home Depot was, I would think that Home Depot has something to do with the, interest rates. If interest rates goes up, obviously you will see that hanging on the builders, Home Depot. Yeah. Please explain what do you mean by long term? Well, I have different, portfolios, or, generally my long term portfolios have a little bit more leeway. I wait a little bit longer for them. I mean, it's probably another extra 2%, I guess. Other than that, it has nothing to do with I'm going to keep it longer. If it's not working, I'm out. But I generally give it a longer, more leeway. I saw all these. I'm not sure what's happening with days, even the Expedia, right? I mean, I was watching this today, and this could be, I know, not perfect, but that's an inverted head and shoulder. Unless it breaks above that level, this is. I don't know what's causing this. I thought this would do better. The same here, but again, BKNG, the problem is I would probably prefer Expedia than this one, because Europe could go into recession first if things get worse. So that's why Priceline or Booking.com is not doing so great. Enjoy it. I haven't seen this for a while. Yeah, it's not still looking great, but I'd probably wait until it breaks the trend line at least. That's a big move. That's a huge move. 700 to 400. Wow. Yeah. Is that the pandemic breakout? No, this is just last year. Wow. It's a big move. Yeah, for now, there is nothing. There's nothing to do here, obviously. I would probably wait for it to break out the trend line. Weekly looks great, but obviously, if you look at weekly, it's consolidating. Even though we had a huge week, that's a big consolidation. So probably break about 1200 is probably a buy. Let's see how far it is. Yep, probably 200 above is a buy, and it's probably going to the 1360 level. Oh, we have, what's that? Yeah, 1300 is probably the level next. Yeah, it needs to get above the 1300. And then when it starts moving, it moves really fast because of really low volume. All these, stocks that have low volume, when it works in your favor, it works really, really great. ASIO was what I've been watching this last week. This is good. I mean, this is still good. Still in uptrend. We'll probably see a much bigger move if it breaks about the downtrend. Henry Jack and Associates. Something like a HR block. JK. Oh, they do something for the financial institutes. Yeah, I mean, the chart looks really good. The chart looks amazing. I mean, this looks better than many of other financials. So 13 billion, and this one looks really good. Nice cup and a handle, and yeah. Even the weekly looks amazing. How is the volume? Yeah, not a lot of volume, but I mean, half a mil. Yeah, I guess the moves will be faster, I guess. 600,000 is not a lot, but I guess that's okay. I mean, if you have less than 5% position, this is not bad at all. JQHY. Well, that's all I have, guys. I mean, I think I've answered all the questions, but let me know if you have anything else.